is Stripe's version of I'm not all the way woke up yet, Mom. Stripey. Hi. He slipped out in the cat hotel in the chair with Morris last night, but as soon as he saw the light on, he meandered over here. He's actually moving back and forth. He's so asleep. It's kind of funny. Can you see him swaying? Poor boy. Hi. Here's my girl. No thunderstorm this morning, so you don't have to hide. Morris is so cute. He is really liking me lately, and there's a lot of meowing when I come over in the morning, you know, talking to me, and I didn't mean to scare you, honey. Yeah, and he's not going to meow now that he's eating, but it's such a sweet little soft and tender meow. Oh, we're in the low 50s again this morning, and tomorrow morning too. We're still having that little cool down period. Everything's looking good out here. I'm sure the plants would like it a little warmer. The summer plants, that is. Time for me to clean out the water bowls. I got a lot of debris in them again, even though it didn't rain yesterday. Hey, bud. Hi. There's Ruby. Yep, you go back and eat. Finish up. Morning, buddy. Hey, Panther. Hey, bud. How are ya? There you go. Good boy. I came out yesterday early evening, and he was hidden the gas grill in his fallout shelter. I don't know what happened, but he came out for me and came over to eat, and he wasn't injured, so. But if he seems a little tentative this morning, he was tentative last night. Something happened he didn't like. What are you guys doing over here? You need to go back up to the house. What are you doing? And there's Stripe, but Marty, you need to be not there. I'll call him back around back. Don't want him hanging out by the bluebird box. Don's got Ruby pulled over a little bit, so it's easier for Johnny to get in. He's moving around pretty good, though. The boot makes moving around work. Good morning, Ruby. So I'm thinking that license plate is Holy Cow Life. I wouldn't want to prove it. HYCOL exclamation point FE. Holy Cow Life, I think. We're just a few minutes later than normal this morning, and other than traffic's been a little heavier, everything's gone okay coming into town this morning. It's convenient that this light is at least green, but you can see a lot of people making that left turn there. Johnny and I went to turn onto Main Street, Fuquay, off of our street there by the environmental park, and I swear we had to wait for 30 cars to go past coming up out of the Angier, Lillington area this morning. And it didn't appear they were backed up behind a slow vehicle either, so it was sort of odd, but that started off the morning a little congested. I'm here at St. Monica's for just a few minutes. It's the typical Tuesday schedule today. Chiropractor, Guardian Angel Apex, and Whole Foods before I come back over to pick up Johnny at 2:15. So I can't, I need to get back to the house so Dawn and I can get out on our walk. So I have more than 2 minutes to spare to get to the chiropractor. But you guys have figured out I'll use up every spare minute I have, right? Whether it be around the house doing stuff or getting places and filling out my day. I'm just not one to not have a full day. So I was looking at TeslaModelXJourney to see if there was anything interesting to talk about this morning, and they have a Elon Musk shares thoughts after leading with U.S. Senate Majority Leader, where it sounds like they talked about Buffalo and they talked about AI, mostly AI. The article was pretty was a lot of words and pretty light, if you ask me, except for a few quotes, which I think all of us probably have already heard. The only thing I liked about the article was that it shows a picture of Elon getting out of a Model X and the wing is up. And yeah, I mean, if you're going to make an entrance, you should show up in a Model X with the wing open, right? So that was my takeaway from the article. Cool. Elon got dropped off in a Model X. So there. Well, let me get on back and get this walk underway. It's 54 out there this morning, so with my Darth Vader short sleeve t-shirt on, it was a little chilly when I got out of the car to walk around for a minute. Well, I don't know if the traffic up top there looks any worse than normal. Probably it does. I was just had a news alert from the News and Observer. I get emails that I-440, which is what this is up top here, is closed at Gorman Street in both directions due to a traffic accident. That I'll be coming through there this afternoon. Whoa. That was a little bit late, bud. Yeah, so that's somewhere between 6 and 8 lanes of traffic, depending on the exit ramp or whatever. So yeah, it's not a good morning for people trying to get out to RTP from the east side of town this morning. Well, I have to wonder if it'll make national news due to the sensationalism of the pictures, but apparently one of the vehicles involved in that accident is a trash truck or some sort of a large vehicle carrying trash, and the road, all the lanes are closed because the trash is everywhere, and not just for a short interval, but for like a mile or a half a mile. It's not a small cleanup job. So boy, that scares me about tires. And I was telling Dawn, maybe I'll come across to Johnny's school after Whole Foods today on Tryon Road instead of getting out on I-440, because I don't want to risk Ruby's brand new tires. I can't deal with that. I just, no, just say no. Good morning, Mr. Bunny. It's that time of year. They're still not over here mowing today.
Yeah, they mowed at the little environmental park.
Yeah, but not up here at the ball fields. I don't see them prepping the fields either. I mean, I know we're not all dried out from all of that rain, but it's mostly down now. So I'm a little surprised. It's not too late for them to show up here today. Don's headed for trash at the road there. But yeah, I mean, this is tall for over here. Well, the town came and cleared out the electronics recycling bin there on the right, and they took everything except for those 2 items on the outside. That desk has been there through several rainstorms, and it's not real wood, so it actually looks okay, but it's, you know, pretty much damaged at this point, even if somebody wanted it. And they are working at the church lot today. Wow, look at the size of that rat snake. I can see the cream under his head. Totally harmless. He's pretty. He's waiting on that sun to come around.
I'd say he's 4 feet.
Yeah.
Stretch him out.
Yep.
He's a good 4 feet.
Yep. Well, thankfully, these are the snakes we usually see.
Yeah.
I really do have an appreciation for those guys outside, and I get really upset when the people on Facebook talk about nope ropes and they just automatically kill every snake they see. That really disturbs me. But yeah, nope rope, because they look like a rope and it's a nope. People don't want it. Don's not heard that before because he's not on Facebook. But anyway, what I was gonna say, I put up a good show though, because I had one of those in the house one time, and it took a while to get him back outside, and I was up on the chair for a while. So, you know, it's great if I see them and I study them and I appreciate how they look and all of that stuff, but I don't want to be startled by one either. I'm not that cool. Now, I've held a snake before, so I'm sure that puts me in the category above a lot of people. I have this great picture of Johnny with a boa around his neck at some reptiles and amphibian museum educational day or whatever, but yeah, anyway, I am in Ruby on my way to the chiropractor, running late like usual, and then I remembered, oh no, it's May, and I don't know if we scheduled May for May, because I try to have them book it out a month or two at a time instead of every week booking it for the next week, because then my preferred, you know, time slot's not available if we do that. So I called and I said, oh no. I talked to Jamie, the other person that's up front, because Janice is the pulse tech, and I said, oh no, I'm on my way to you, but it's May and I don't think I'm on the schedule. And she says, you know what, I noticed you weren't on the schedule for today, and I added you just in case you were coming, and because, you know, this has happened a couple times now. And I said, wow, what a lifesaver, because I really certainly feel like I need the pulse treatment today. I didn't want to miss it. So anyway, they're waiting for me, and I should get up there, pretty much when I'm supposed to be, and all is good, and my day is not messed up now. And yes, that was a black Mustang Mach-E that we just went past. I have to say, I do like the eye-catching front grille with the Mustang on it. That is, I can spot them a mile away. There's no not spotting that vehicle. I'm even later than I was because there were flagmen back a mile or so back. But the reason I started filming here was this spot here on the road. They've come through and they've redone the road here several times, and it flooded really bad again in the most recent rain, and there certainly was a lot of chatter about the flooding on that road after all of the construction and flag work and stuff to get it quote-unquote fixed. I'm sure they engineered it as best as they could, and it's a flood-prone spot. But anyway, they had this 10-foot section of road closed a ways back, and it caused flagmen, and I would say the guys running the flags today were not running it the way I would have liked, because they made our side wait twice, and then they also made our side wait for cars coming a long way from the right, and it just seemed like they could have let us go for a little bit and let the other cars queue up and then switched. Maybe they lost count today, just my luck, right? But since Jamie knows I'm coming, I'm gonna be calm. I'm gonna stay calm, because I was going full Jersey girl in the car back there. I was like, just let me go. Every time Ruby now tells me to come through this shopping center instead of waiting at the light over there. So I'm not sure it's the best thing in the world to come through the shopping center, but I'm gonna listen today because time is of the essence. But you know, you gotta watch for cars and people, and you shouldn't drive fast through here because it is, after all, a parking lot. And Ruby says the temperature, listen to me, says the speed limit in here is 10 miles an hour. I'm not sure how she made that estimation. A parking lot with no sign, maybe that's automatically 10. Basically, I think this saves you a 3 to 5 minute stoplight. Coming through here is probably why the car has decided this is a better route than going straight and turning left at that light and then coming up. There's a Model 3 on my left, the white one. There's a Model Y, a white one, also in that same parking lot. It's the ABC store, though. There's an orthodontist in there and the ABC store. Now, if it would just magically turn green, that'd be so cool. It will eventually. All right, I'm all thumped out. I had her do my knee. I really went back and forth. Knee, back, knee, back. Actually, my left shoulder's hurting today too, so the knee was kind of maintenance. It really is doing so much better than it was. You know, it's never more than a 1 in discomfort, so that's really good. But I want to keep it that way, so a little maintenance pulsing today. It is windy still. The sun feels good because it's not super warm today. Yes, Ruby, I'm here, but as close as I am to the curb, I gotta navigate carefully there. Oh, it feels so good in the car. I like the sun warmth. It's awesome. Dang the wind today. I parked over here on the end because the parking lot is surprisingly vacant today. So I see 5 Model 3s over there as Hertz rentals today. Every once in a while I come and they've cleared out the rentals. There's an X. I would say that that's either a Guardian Angel shopper or they're eating at Mamma Mia's Italian restaurant. Way cool. They've just gone nuts on what they want for the Legos, so I'm not getting them. I bought a pair of skull earrings for Michelle that I sent her a picture and she loved, and I bought myself a shirt. It's very similar to a short sleeve version that I have, but this one's a long sleeve. And it was really like new and I really liked it. So anyway, I would love to have bought some of those Legos, but not at that price. And I did mention it to the lady at the checkout who she, you know, says, and I'm sure it's true, that she has no control over the pricing. And kind of like I buy Lego all the time at Fuquay, and this was really about twice what it should have been. So she says, well, we find that if we leave it out long enough, it'll sell. And I'm like, well, I think at that price it might be there a while, but good luck with that. No vehicles charging today. I dropped off that basketball Donna and I picked up on the trail. I guess it's been a couple weeks now. It's been in the back of Ruby floating around at the donation area here behind the building. So I had a legitimate non-EV related reason to come back here today. Anyway, no bargains. That was a real bummer. It's 10% off linens today. They've got something each day this week that's 10% off stuff they're trying to move. And there's actually one thing I'd probably like to get in Fuquay. I might stop on the way through town. Probably not though with groceries. And I would love to have found some oh wow deals today, but it just didn't happen. There's a Tesla staying cool over there in the shade. It's 1 o'clock, so I have buku. I've got plenty of time today. The Model 3 there on the other side of the cart return. Gasp. Just taking a quick spin through the parking lot to see what I can see. The Amazon vehicle was a Dodge, so definitely not one of the EVs. Not a Rivian. That's going to be exciting the day I finally see one of those in person, out on the road, in use. Even show up in my driveway would be great. Well, there was a Kia I wanted to check out, but while I was loading up, they pulled out, so... Oh, unless this is it. Nope, this is it right here. It's a Nero, and I don't see a tailpipe. It says HEV on it. Nothing else exciting. I like that green color. I like it way better than that submarine gray.
Well, I got the cover off of it. I'm going to take the cord off. It's like a foot shorter than it needs to be, so I'm going to replace the cord with a cord long enough so I don't have to splice it. Of course, it's never as easy as it looks, so I had to 4 screws to get this loose, plus 2 screws that held the box cover on so I can swing it out of the way to get to the strain relief. But other than that, it looks pretty straightforward. Okay, of course, putting it back together, I ended up sticking this into the wrong hole, which means I had to get it back out. And of course, y'all already know that those things spread apart like that. Well, normally that'd be a real pain to get that out, but when you have the right tool, this little metal ring key set, you slip over it, and you push it down, and you pull it back out through the hole. It basically pulls in a little, you know, whatever you call those, barbs. So it basically this slips over and you just push it and it just pops right out. I have to say it worked like a champ. So there's the dehumidifier installed. I hooked up the little 1/4-inch hose that the old dehumidifier used. Of course, the connection is on the wrong side, all that stuff. But you can see the cord is plenty long now. It goes up here to this, this combination timer and a humidistat. And the timer does not let the dehumidifier run during peak, and the humidistat is exactly what it does. It probably the old one, the humidistat was really flaky, but this one, it seems to be much more reliable. So probably do not need the humidistat. So I'll give that a thought. Maybe getting rid of the humidistat, which is the blue thing with the red numbers. But the timer, that's one of those battery operated timers. So even though the 120 volt power supply is cut off by the humidistat, the little battery in there keeps the memory alive and the program and so forth. So whenever the humidistat turns on the power, and if the timer says, hey, it's in the window off peak, you know, it turns the outlet on, and then it turns the dehumidifier on. And as I said in an earlier video, this one is kind of nice. It remembers on off the settings, so unplugging and plugging it in does not disable the memory, which is kind of handy. So fingers crossed this works out okay.
Well, I'm out here on that stretch of interstate where they had all the trash down this morning. I don't know if the majority of it was east or westbound. Can't really see the road surface on the other side. I didn't have time to take Tryon Road. That would have added 5 or 10 minutes to the trip that I don't have. I'm on time to get Johnny, but I think they said it was between Gorman and South Saunders. And I am seeing more stuff over on the shoulder now. Not speed through here and not follow too close, because I want time to dodge anything that might be in the roadway with my brand new tires. So far, so good. I would definitely say there was a little more debris back there than seemed normal. If that's where it was, and they did, you know, a good job cleaning it up. Laundry today or naked tomorrow. That's pretty cute. I'm in Fuquay. I came in to get that comforter at the 10% off linens if they still have it, but you know, I had to check over here really quick, just make a quick pass. Johnny's patiently waiting in the car. I ended up leaving without the comforter. I just decided no for a second time, that it wasn't quite what I wanted. And I got myself a wooden black cat, and I got Michelle a Grogu cup, big ears. they told on her. She was in there earlier today. She had gone to the Minute Clinic because her ear was bothering her. And of course, what do you do when you're in town? You go to Guardian Angel if you have a few spare minutes. So she did that. It was kind of cute. They're like, first Michelle was in here, now you're in here. It's not the right day of the week. You're welcome any day, but it's not the right day of the week.
So there it is. Congratulations, class of 2023. Go, Johnny, go. Hopefully everybody see it.
This is a bin of Legos I got a while ago at Guardian Angel, and I haven't sorted it yet, and I'm going to do the first rough sort. I know for a fact that there's some amusement park stuff in here, aka the Ferris wheel, so yeah, way cool. There's a cardinal at my bird bath. A male. State bird of North Carolina. Aww. Way cool. I wasn't quite able to finish before my pork roast finished. This is how much more I got to go. Tons of cool stuff in here. So there's a book. There's the roller coaster. There's some other fancy book. There's several Bionicle figures, some Minecraft guys, this truck. I don't know. There were 2 brick heads. Let me show you those. The roller coaster, the roller coaster track is not here. I'm not surprised. But I got another set of cars for my track, so that's cool. And all of the looks like the paraphernalia in the park that went with it, and some of the. I don't know, there's just tons of stuff here. See, here's the brick heads, the vampire and the pilgrim. I had built the vampire last Halloween, but I don't mind having another one, or I might give it to Michelle. I'm thinking that's the wrong brick there, which I could fix. Anyway, so there were 2 brick heads. I mean, it's just filled with stuff. There's the Friends camper trailer and a barn here. This is like another Friends set that's like a carnival ice cream thing. I mean, it's just packed. But I gotta stop. It won't hurt me to put my bags in the bin and pick back up another time, or I might come out here and futz some more tonight. Hard to say. We have an awesome looking pork roast in the oven for dinner, so